card, and it's one that I haven't tonight. Tonight's card is one of those where I hadn't even inked up the stamp set yet because I've had so many other ones that I've wanted to play around with. But this one was one I had to get right away. It was in my first order it was in my pre-order when I saw the catalog, because one, it's stinking cute, and two, it is a stamp set that's $1 million stamp set by one of my friends. And if I can find it, I might have to go actually look in the table of contents. Huh, what are the odds? It's like a man asking for directions. Let's see. Oh, where are you? It is page 51. So this is my friend Diana Gibbs. This was her $1 million stamp set. So when you sell $1 million in your career with Stampin' Up, with your first $1 million, they fly you out to the home office in Riverton, Utah, and you have all sorts of fun experiences. And one of the things you get to do is meet with a concept artist, or the concept artist team, and talk to them about creating your own stamp set of what you'd like in your sentiments, or if there's something that you like Diana must love dinosaurs because she did this one and it's stinking cute. The dies are perfect. I love how she did this eggshell right here. This is perfect for a lot of other projects too. But this eggshell over here with this little, I call this Dino. Remember Flintstones and Dino? That's what it looks like to me. The little egg is cracked open and he's popping out of the dinosaur egg there. Stinking, stinking cute. You also have top hat. You've got little bow. There's also some really cute little glasses in there. Here we go. Little glasses right there. Party hats. And it's just really, really fun. So I decided I would use this one tonight to show you a little technique-y kind of thing that I'm going to do. And I hope you'll hang around with me because I am going to be giving this one away for anyone who shares this broadcast tonight. I will draw it for our next one next Wednesday. All right, so again, this is the Darling Dinos, and it's on page 51 of the January to April mini catalog. So check that out if you haven't already. And let us get started. Okay, so here is our card. Well, let me show you the stamp set. Here it is. Stamp sets are right here. And the dies are here too. But you know what? I didn't even use the dies on this one, to be honest. Hi, Diane. So it's got your terrific happy birthday. Hope your birthday is dynamite. You're the best. I love you. Roar means whatever this is. And in dinosaur. So roar means I love you in dinosaur. Roar means you're the best in dinosaur. You can make all kinds of combinations. But these are some sentiments. Happy birthday, you're the best, and I love you. These are ones you can use on all kinds of projects. So these would be ones I would put on my, my inventory sheet where I would know I would have things to pull from this to use on other things other than just dino cards. Okay? All right, so that's our stamp set, and here is our card. I love, you know me, I love those bright colors. So this one is using some of this is the beautiful Bokeh 6x6 designer paper. And this one has, let's see if I can split it up for you. So this one has that gorgeous berry, a little bit of the fresh freesia with a little bit of petal pink in there. We've got some calypso coral, and you can see the bokeh on all those little white circle reflections there. We've got some daffodil delight, and is there one more? This one has a little bit of a pool party and the daffodil in there together. And this is a darker lavender on there. But if you don't like using the bokeh, which I can't imagine why you wouldn't, you can always flip them over And these have subtle patterns on the back that kind of look like splatter on there, which you know I'm a fan of if you've watched me before. Love this paper. Love the wash on there. This was a technique when I was in college in design school. Doing washes and coming up with combinations was a whole semester we did. So I am a fan of this technique. So love this Calypso coral though. Isn't that pretty? So gorgeous. It'd be great for scrapbooking or 3D projects, home decor, all kinds. Now, this is neat where they pull in the Calypso coral and the fresh freesia down here. Very nice. It almost looks like it was kind of almost like you got bleach on it in the wash. So you've got that really light peachy orange on there too. So it brings that all together. And then another one with some more of that Calypso coral and some of the blue and purples together. Really great combinations. So this, again, this is one of our 6x6 packs, and you do get 48 sheets, and it is Balmy Blue, Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, and Fresh Freesia. I think I guessed them almost all right. Go figure. All right, so our card has these 3 little pop-outs here where they're little windows. Look at his glasses. Are they not the cutest things ever? Oh, my Lord. I love him. A little bit of that gingham and vanilla ribbon. I did a little technique here for the balloons. I didn't want to sit and fussy cut them. I didn't feel like die cutting. I just wanted something simple. So let's look at these dies. These are the Darling Dinos. It does have a die to do the balloons. See how lazy I was? I punched them out with my 1-inch circle punch, but you could go back and just do them with your die if you'd like. So really fun, easy to use. This is great because all of these dies will work on the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So you don't even have to haul out your big one out there to get it done. Okie doke. So we have 3 different dinos on there. You're terrific. And you open it up and it says, hope your birthday is dynamite. So I paired that Berry Burst with, this is Summer Splash. This is one of our in colors that was new this year. Love the way those brights coordinate together. I think that's really pretty. So let's get started. I will show you what I did for mine. So you're going to need a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of Berry Burst cardstock or color of your choice. It's so great working in here tonight. I organized all of my, if you talk to Lena Gersa, my friend who's a Canadian demonstrator, she will tell you I have a problem with too many pens. I have never met a pen I didn't like. And I organized all my pens, my markers, my pencils, and Wink of Stella, and everything's organized now. It's so exciting. So, all right, for the front, you're going to need a piece of the Summer Splash. And this one, I wanted that little teeny, little peak of an edge, the 1/16 of an inch around the sides, because I just wanted a little bit of that Berry Burst color to show. So this one's going excuse me, this one's going to measure 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and that gives us that real little border right there. All right, then you're going to need a piece of the Designer Series paper, and this one we are going to cut. And this one's going to be a standard 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece for the front. So with that 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 piece of Summer Splash, this will be another little border around it. So see that, how it just gives you that 1/16 inch around everything. Now, this other summer splash, this is for the inside. I did a mat around my white on the inside. So this one's going to measure 4 1/4 or 4 by 5 1/4. And then I did a smaller piece of white to stamp on, and this one's 3 3/4 by 5. So that's going to go on the inside like so. Okay, stick that up there so I don't lose it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this larger piece of Summer Splash to the front of my card. Get that out of the way and taken care of. There we go. Set that aside. And I'm going to use two of my punches to do the windows for our card. I'm going to use a 1 3/4 inch circle, and then I'm also going to use a 2-inch circle. So the first thing I'm going to do is do the 3 windows for my dinosaur. So I'm going to start up here at the top, and I did them pretty much random. I didn't measure. I just eyeballed where I wanted them to be. If that is not your jam, you're welcome to go in and measure. You're just going to do 3 different little openings. Let's see, bring it down a little bit right there. Like that, yep. And then we'll bring one in over here on the left at the bottom. So, okay, you can save those circles if you would like for another project. All right, then you're going to need a piece of basic white. Let me get a clean one out here. You're going to need a piece of basic white, and I'm going to be using Stampin' Blends on this. So I want that really nice finish on my basic white. This is the best to color on. So, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to punch out 3 of the 1 3/4 inch circles. Like that. And then I'm going to use some Memento Black, the tuxedo black. And we're only using part of the image, so you don't have to worry about getting all of it in the circle. So we'll do, let's see, right about here. So cute. Oops. We're going to do our Dino. Right about there. And then this little cutie patootie. Scoot that over. About there. All right. Now, before I go in and color it, I want to go back with my leaves. This is one of the leaf images. It's got the 2 together. I'm going to bring that in with some Granny Apple Green, because I'm using Granny Apple on one of the balloons. So we'll tie it all in with a little bit of Granny Apple Green. And what I wanted to do was, actually, let me pull a piece of darker cardstock in here so you can see that a little better. So I wanted to bring in some interest around the edges. So I'm going to take my leaves and some Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to go in around the edge like he's peeking through the trees, or she. there in the jungle. See, these are the kind of dinosaurs I like. I don't like Jurassic Park kind of dinosaurs. Not my jam. Alright, there's that one. Then we'll do this little guy. If any of you are in the Northern Virginia area and you have anyone looking for anything to do with weddings this weekend, I'm going to be helping my daughter, Brittany. We're doing the really cool vendor fair, the bridal vendor fair at the Dulles Expo Center. And Brittany's new shop, Daniel Rose Bridal Boutique, is the shop that is, is it the only one that's represented? It's the only one represented in the fashion show. I think we have the models showing 24 different looks, I believe. And there are some gorgeous, gorgeous dresses that we're taking with us. So if you have anybody, or if they're even thinking about getting married, come see us. We'll be there Sunday having some fun. All right. Now, I'm going to bring in some of the Shy Shamrock. I wanted to put some, like a brighter pop of grass down here around the edge and bring in some more color. So, I'm just going to pop those in like so. Like right there. This is just going to make it very happy. Happy little trees. And the one thing I wanted to do was go back in and add a little touch of the Daffodil Delight, that yellow, to kind of tie all three of these in together. So we are going to clean this little grass guy off here. Right there. We're going to pull in the little, there's 3 little blooms on one stamp right there. I mean, those are teeny tiny little blooms. And we're going to bring in some Daffodil Delight ink. And I will go in and I'm just going to add a few little flowers. Whoops. Ooh, that was close. To bring in some of that yellow, bring in a little more interest in there. And it just makes such a difference. Go. All right. All right. Now these dinosaurs are actually very simple to color, which I love. They're not uber detailed and crazy. So let's see, let's do our little Dino guy first. So this one I did a couple of colors that really aren't typical colors that I put together, but I really liked the way they came together. I used some Melon Mambo and some light Poppy Parade, and it really blended nicely together. So I'm gonna do the wait, maybe I should do it. I think I'm gonna do the opposite this time. So I'll do the Melon Mambo on the outer part, and we'll do the markings on him or her, I guess her, in the Poppy Parade. But I do like the way the two blend together. It's very, very nice. But you can add all kinds of color combos in here. So Now, if you haven't looked yet, on my website, on the online store, they have updated what used to be called the clearance rack. It's now the last chance list, and there are a lot of bargains on there. Things are selling out on there. I did see that. But if you haven't checked that out yet, you're going to want to check it because there's some pretty good discounts on there. Lots of fun items and things that you could use for yourself, different kinds of projects, or give as gifts, which I always love. All right. Did I really go out the line that bad? Ooh. All right, let's bring our color lifter in, and we will try to get rid of that. Now, the thing about our color lifter is these are alcohol-based markers. The color lifter actually takes the color, if you go outside the line, it's going to take the color and it's going to push it through the cardstock. It's actually pushing it down in to the other side. And I really got those in there. My eye really must not be working good tonight. But you'll see, it's going to, it takes just a few to dry. You can go back in and do some more if it doesn't come out as clean as you'd like it. But nobody's going to be crazy about it. All right, now I liked the Granny Apple Green leaves, but I wanted something that was going to pull that color in and have that as a little more of a solid filled in color. So I took my Wink of Stella and I'm just going to pull the color from the ink on the leaves, and it will be that lighter shade of Granny Apple Green. Just a fun technique to use to get that color spread out a little bit. So it's not that stark white behind the outline. It's such a neat way to do a two-tone image. There we go. Looks like a rainforest, a little glistening off the leaves. So you can see it pulled that out quite nicely. All right, while I had this out, let's just go in and do these leaves real quick. I did just today got in, I got in several boxes. Mike came in the door and he said, well, there's a big order out here on the porch. I did a pre-order for some new products that are coming out, and I got some of the new scrapbook kits that came out. And I am going to be offering scrapbook classes where you'll purchase the scrapbook kit. It will come with the class, and we will do them together, or if you'd rather do them at home, you can do that via video. But I'm going to be doing some alternative additions to them in class, not just the way that they're done in the instructions. So that will make them a little unique. So I love having those scrapbook for the kids to look at. I think that's just the best. All right, so we're going to do our little guy here with some daffodil. I'm going to do the horns and the spikes with a little bit of daffodil and the spots. Try to be a little more careful this time. Depending on how juicy the marker is, sometimes it will spread if you're not real careful. You don't want to leave it on the page too long because it will start to spread. Do his belly. And his little nails. All right. And this is Petunia Pop. Let's see, I'll use this one. Petunia Pop is another one of our in colors. Really, really pretty purple. Really nice. Coordinates beautifully with the Daffodil Delight. And you could do these with watercolor pencils, your blender pens, lots of different ways to color them. All right. Whoop. Okay. It's hard to talk in color. Sorry. I'm much better. Oh, not bad. All right, let's do one more. We'll be done. All right, so this one I did with some pumpkin pie and some Summer Splash. Love Summer Splash. And some Daffodil Delight. So I used the daffodil only on the horns on this one. There we go. So cute. Oh wait, did I do the dot? You know what, let's do the dots in yellow on this one. I did them in pumpkin pie on the other. It's cute. I like doing variations. Okie doke. You guys still there? Say hello. Or am I talking to myself? Alright, so this is some pumpkin pie. It made me laugh. We were watching the Super Bowl and there was the commercial with Matthew McConaughey talking about how the NFL is trying to get people to think about food with all the names with, you know, with food. And I thought, yeah, I could say the same about Stampin' Up. We got pecan pie, pumpkin pie. My favorite commercials are always the Budweiser commercials with the little fold. I'm so glad to see he made his little debut. It's so precious. We actually, Brittany and I got to see a couple of them. They had them up in Maryland a couple years ago. They pulled the wagon. Can't remember what it was for, but we were up there. All of a sudden, they're like, yeah, the Budweiser client sales are coming through. And Brittany she competed when she was in high school on horseback with dressage. So she, of course, was a big fan, is a big fan. She always would rather play with horses or clean up the barn than play with Barbies. So that was my girl. There we go. All right, now the one thing I did for the spotlight effect on these is I used a black, we're going to do the black circle edge on them. And I will show you how I did that. Let's see. All right. So we're going to take a piece of basic black cardstock. And I'm going to use the 1 3/4 inch circle, which is the diameter of the inside, right? And I'm going to go punch 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. So that gives us those 3 windows that we're going to need. And then I came back in with my 2-inch circle punch that's going to leave that little border around that focal image. But what I did was I offset it, so you can see I have more on one side than the other because I wanted it to look a little funkier. I didn't want it to be just a complete circle. You can tell it better here. See how it's got a wider edge and then thinner here? I wanted to give it a little character, so that's what I did. I'm making it wider on one side than the other for the window frame. And I'm going to tell you to do as I say, not as I do. I should not be using my punch upside down like this when I go to punch it. It's great to line it up this way and to push it down halfway and hold it to get it where you want it. But you should always flip it and do it straight down. The reason is because that mechanism, when you squeeze it, you want it to go down through the shape. You want it to go down towards the table. You don't want it going up because you're going against against gravity, I guess. But you want it to go down the way it's supposed to be punched. So do as I say, not as I do. I don't do that all the time, but it's not a good idea to do it the other way. Okay, so I have my 3 little frames here. What would Wednesday Night Live be without Milo whining at the door? But I think we all know, if he comes in here, he's going to want to go back out. All right, yeah, I could have done these on adhesive sheets, which would have made this a little bit easier, but that's okay. It's not like it's a big area. All right, so we're going to take our 3 window frames here. Just give it a good little push. Like that. Okay. And I try to, with that wider section, I try to rotate the frames so they're not all going the same way. I think it makes it more interesting. Put this one down here. Like that. And then we have one more. And like I said, you can do your borders even if that makes you happy, or you can do it like I did mine. Just a little more interest. All right, so there's our last window frame. Like so. All right, so I'm going to bring my card base back in. This is going to come here on the front like this, but we're going to pop this up, okay? So what I did was, where's my pencil? Here it is. I wanted to give myself a little guideline because it's easier when you're popping up this top layer and gluing down your circles. If you glue the circles down before you put this on dimensionals, and it just works better because you're not going to have to keep getting it to get seated down in there. So I'm just going to do little marks. Can I see it? Well, I could see that one. Couldn't see the other one. Let's see, that's a little darker. There we go. Okay. So then I put a little glue here. This is where, you know, those little things you learn in school that come back in your head and you think, where the heck did I learn that? Yeah, this was one of those things. So when I was in high school, my best friend, Charmaine, and I, she was the editor and I was assistant editor of the yearbook. And we had to go to a yearbook kind of convention, kind of class thing up at Ohio. I think it was Ohio State University one summer. And they teach you all these different graphics tricks and layouts and all that kind of thing. Well, they were talking to us about pictures and when you're putting pictures in the yearbooks and proper placement and that kind of thing. Okay, I know, long story, sorry, but see how these are facing in and this one's facing out? This really shouldn't be doing that. They should all be facing in because you want your eye to be drawn to where they're looking. Ask me how I remember that. It's just one of those things they drilled into my head. So this one bugged me when I did it. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's looking the wrong way. But hey, he'll live. Things we remember. And then the things that I can't remember, like why I went upstairs. Happens all the time. All right. But we did have some fun times in that yearbook room. We had a lot of laughs. Now, I'm putting more than normal on here. My friend Kathy Weir would say, oh my gosh, Michelle, what are you doing with all those dimensions? But I got to make sure it stays popped up and it's a long span in between. So let us keep this together. There we go. All right. Now, finger, stick, like so. All right. So then I'm going to place this down onto the front of my card, not like that. And you want to try to make sure that you are lining them up correctly. Just a touch of that border around the outside, like so. Okie doke. All right, then I'm going to take some 1-inch circles because I do not want to go in and die cut because I'm too lazy to do it tonight. So we are going to, oh wait, or 3/4 inch circles. Sorry, not 1 inch. I forgot. I had both of them laying here. And I'm going to do 5 balloons. 1, 2, 3. 4. And 5. All right, so there are 5 little circles and my little balloon stamp. Now, the one thing about stamps like this with the balloon and some of the alligators, no, some of the dinosaurs, you've got that large space here that is just a blank area there in the center. You have to be careful because you can pick up ink in that center section, and when you put it down, it's going to catch it. So just make sure when you're inking on your ink pad, you're just tapping like that, and you'll still pick some up at some point. See, I still did there. I know, Milo. Your life is hard. It's okay. Ooh, that was way too far up. Try again. Okay, not. should have done them and then punched them. I was trying to be so smart, but not so much. All right, let's see if I can do any of the other ones like this, or if I have to do them all the other way. Ooh, got it. Nice. And again, actually doing these on the little circles like this, it's following that design cue from our frames that we're already using. So it's tying those in, even though you don't think about it when you're looking at it subconsciously. That's not a bad thing. All right, so I'm gonna put my first 3 balloons down first. We're gonna do 1, 2, and 3. I'll put one over here. And these will go flat to the card. Whoop. And I want to have the little tied off edge down, pointing towards the same way. So like that. Okay. And while I have that, before I put the other 2 on, I'm going to take my little favorite black pen, and I'm just going to draw some of my little strings down towards the bottom. Okay. And then we're going to take our last 2. Oh, I did an orange one on the other one. Well, well, well. This one's going to get berry burst instead. All right. Come here. This one is going to go here. And this one will go over here. Like that. And then these 2 will need a string also. So everyone is accounted for. All right. Then we need a little strip. Oh, there it is. A little 1/8" strip. Or I'm sorry, 1/4" strip. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do about 3/8 of an inch for my sentiment. And this one is your terrific. Thank you for hanging in here with me, guys, girls, peeps. Shoot. Try again. I dropped it. Do it with 2 hands this time. There we go. That's better. All right. Now, just gonna clip that off at an angle. And we'll pop it up here at the bottom of our card. This one, I'm going to go right over here, down in that spot, right? Oops. Right there. All right, and then we'll take a little piece of our gingham ribbon, one of my faves. And you could color this if you wanted this to have like Daffodil Delight or another color with it. You could do it here for your for the ribbon on the balloons. All you need is your blends and you're ready to go. You can have any color ribbon you would like, and it dries very quickly. All right, take a little glue dot. Put that right there. Our balloons. Okie doke. Now, let's just do the inside. This one. Hope your birthday is dynamite. Yes. Oh, come on. There we go. Good job. Get that danger out of my way before I poke myself. So this is the 3 3/4 inch by 5 piece of basic white, and it's going on the 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Summer Splash, like so. If I paid attention to what I was doing, this would work out a lot better. There we go. All right. This one goes right here. Ta-da! Oh, I love it. So cute. So here are our two cutie patootie dino cards. I know my friend Shelly Neely's gonna like this because she's a dino fan. All right, there we go. All right, so remember, if you would like to win this card, just share tonight's broadcast and type shared in the comments here below, and you will be entered to win, and I will announce it next Wednesday when we get together again. Alrighty. He doesn't have glasses. Oh, man. Alright, let's do it really quick. I know, I'm sorry. Gotta do it. With just little glasses. But join me again next Wednesday, 7:30. Same bat channel, same bat time. And we will make something else fabulous. Yay! Look how cute. Shelly, you're here! I knew it. I knew you would love it. Yay! All right, there you go, my friends. All right, if you would like to order, you know you can always shop 24/7 at shopwithsuitablystamped.com. And right now, celebration's going on, so don't forget, for every $60 you spend, you can choose something free from the Celebration catalog. And there are so many good things. So check that out. Plus, when you order, you also get a free copy of the Creativity Files tutorial bundle as a gift from me in your inbox. So you will not want to miss that. Alrighty, I think that's it. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead, whatever you are going to do. I hope it's warm. I hope the winter weather is behind us. And I will see you again next week, okay? Until then, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. Good night, friends.